Previously, the group hurried away with an unconscious wizard in tow in the hope of getting out of sight before Kess's banishment spell ended. They quickly saw there was a large crowd at the gate, and they slipped into an alleyway to talk. Around that time, a magical announcement was made from the walls. Pyracantho was being accused of assassinating the Emperor. Their normal appearances and their seeming disguises were then displayed alongside a kill-on-sight order. Adria immediately started casting Windwalk, while Zarakir killed the unconscious wizard he'd been carrying so that Bertrand could transform into her and temporarily know everything she knew. The moment that the group were all clouds, they flew 80 to 90 feet straight upwards before moving north. Then they booked it in the direction of Cassette's home. From their bird's eye view of the city, the group could see that people were staying inside in the more well-off boroughs, but things seemed more normal in the poorer ones. A few of the more perceptive of the group saw multiple symbols drawn into some of the dirt streets in the Phoenix Borough, ones that looked like freshly drawn symbols of the divine. The group flew through Cassette's open window, and a few of them turned back into themselves along with Fran. It didn't take much convincing to get her to leave the city with them. She polymorphed herself into a bird to fly alongside them, and they headed out of the city towards the north. They stopped at the first tree big enough to travel through, and Cass sent a message to Rialta asking her to scry on them and pretty please open a portal in a tree because there may have just been a coup d'etat that they were being blamed for. Rialta opened a portal in the tree for them, and they hurried through to her grove. Introductions were made, and then Fran explained what had happened from his point of view. The group agreed that it sounded as if Ellis was probably still alive and being kept prisoner somewhere in the palace, but Kess said they would try to confirm it in the morning. The group spent a while talking about plans, trying to figure out what they were going to do. They decided that, depending on how things went, the group plus Cassette and Fran could possibly plane shift to Limbo the next day, as it would give them some safety that they wouldn't have on their home plane. It would depend on a number of factors, though. Kess settled in to start casting some spells, beginning with Sending, as the potential replies to their messages could affect just who they needed to scry on. And that is where we left off.